Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. When men want to leave the game. Now, this is an interesting thing because I know a lot of dudes, even though I've said in videos before, especially recently, that, my whole thing is about giving men options. My whole thing is about giving men options. But of course, in this general space, there are men who want to be players. And that's cool. That's on them. But you have an interesting phenomenon. You got men who actually able to get women. They get a lot of women. But they get it to the point. One of the things, and anybody who's dealt with a number of women will know this. It's not all, you might be getting some sex, you're getting some pleasure and all of that. But then you got a lot of other stuff that come with it. You coming with the emotional stuff. Some of the older MGTOW guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You got the older ones who probably were womanizers, players, whatever, but they just went through so much stuff. They like, nah. And just to be clear, I'm not a MGTOW guy, but I can understand the older ones. Honestly, I don't understand the younger ones, but that's another video. But I understand the older ones perfectly. They've been out there. Some of them been married and all of that, they dealt with a number of women. They just like, man, I'm not dealing with this no more. And that's just one angle. That's just one thing. This ain't about them. But, sometimes you might be that dude. He might be in his 30s or something. But that dude been getting sex since and getting women, little girls and stuff since he was little. And, I know some people want to pretend like they getting high counts. But one thing I noticed with guys who got legitimate high counts, I've never failed to see it. They get tired of it. They get tired because if it were a situation where these dudes were getting the women and the women were just being quiet and whatever, or, being totally cooperative. But, shoot, you're dealing with human beings. There's always something. No women's like that cooperative. Women by nature are selfish. They supposed to be. They actually supposed to be. People, because their thing is to look out for the family. They can't be looking out for the next person's family. They looking out for their own. They supposed to. So you dealing with that. So if say a dude has a legitimate, he slept with 100 women. All right, so you might have a few of them just say, hey, just do what we do right here and go on. But a whole bunch of them going to be like, well, where's this going? Is this a relationship? Or you could be in a relationship. That's another thing. Because very few dudes are going to just have constant one night stands. At some point, there's going to be some women going to be, you're going to want to be in a relationship with you, or they going to push for the relationship. And then that's a whole other bit of drama depending on the woman. Sometimes it might be peaceful, but you got other stuff coming in. So you get a lot of stuff. And then some of the dudes who, like the real guys who just getting a lot, you going to get some drama. You're going to get some pregnancy scares. Then you taking a pee or something, and it's a little bit more irritating than you think. Or you got to deal with, and there's no way you deal with a certain amount of women with some of them don't have some man. So you might have to deal with some dude. Or sometimes you might have to deal, there's a couple times I had to deal with some dude. I wasn't even doing anything with their women. I was just the closest person they saw. They say, yeah, you going to his place. Or, yeah, you cheating with him. And I'll be like, dude, no, dude. That's that other dude over there. I don't want your stank woman. Right? But that's a drama. You got to deal with dudes. You got to deal with dudes jealous of you. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's anybody who try to tell you it's just some, nice and peaceful thing, I already know they lying. I already know they lying. You can't deal with human emotions and everything that come with it without some trouble. I even know of some guys, they are openly polyamorous, and they'll tell you there's drama. They'll tell you there's some drama. So after a while, you get some guy, and it's usually a lot of times some guys who just try and take shit to the next level as far as their own life. Because, see, that's another thing. You can't really mess with so many women or deal with a lot and really stay focused on what your mission is supposed to be. If you're trying to build a business, that's why, like, a lot of guys who become rich or something like that, they'll limit, like, the amount of women they dealing with they might limit it to 3 if they ain't trying to settle. And a lot of them might even just get one woman and then maybe have a mistress do all the freaky stuff that they don't want the one woman to do, or that she refused to do, one or the other. Because I know I've seen some comments in the past about some guys thinking, oh yeah, these millionaires just doing all that. No. Only time they'll jump and do all that is in maybe a sex party type of thing, club type of thing, where the women have been vetted and controlled. You know, they know what the women are there for, and these women ain't going to bother them in the real world. But in the real world, it's going to be some stuff. And a lot of guys just get tired of it. They just get tired. They just say, man, I'm trying. Like, and this is some real talk. It's hard for, like, a guy who hasn't been in a position to have it because they ain't been in that position. But I've talked to guys, had talked a couple guys off a ledge because it's just blowing their mind. You know, they calling you up. They saying they sitting there with a gun in their hand. I ain't gonna put nobody's stuff out there, but seriously, real talk. Guys who just want to leave. You know, I had one guy, I used to watch how, worked with this guy. I used to watch how women throw it at him. He just said, Rom, sometimes I wish I could just be an ordinary dude. Because it gets crazy. You get drama and stuff. So some guys, you know, at the very least, even some guys who enjoy it, every now and then they'll be like, you know what, I'm just taking a couple months off. I ain't messing with nobody. You know? Because like I say, a lot of guys who don't see all that, they just haven't lived in that world. Because you get a lot of stuff, or I know at least one dude, he was on that game, he got shot. He got shot and killed. I ain't gonna put his name out there. Another dude, he got shot in the back by a woman, and then she took him to the hospital. So you get a lot of real stuff, and a lot of guys just be like, you know, it ain't worth it. Because first of all, most of the women ain't gonna have like that snapper anyway that's gonna drive you crazy, most of them. So it's like you can't stay because you pussy whipped. And plus, you probably can't anyway. But you just like, you know, I'm out of it. See, the only problem, though, you're never really out of it. It's like if you have some type of drug addiction or alcohol addiction or something like that. It's pretty much for life. You got to go every day. I remember this player said one time, he said it to me when I was about to get married and whatnot. He said, Rom, don't think you're going to stop being a player. You might not go out and chase, but the women ain't going to stop. And it's like, dude was right. The women don't stop. Shoot, I actually said that in another thing, though, because you get some players, they think, okay, if I get married, I'll get out of this. More than one. And then they found out that wedding ring, is like chick magnet right there. And I've actually had women say that to me. I've actually had women say they didn't want to mess with a dude if he ain't have somebody. And it is what it is. So, I mean, it's for the guys out there who feel this. For the guys out there who feel this, man, I just say it's one day at a time. One day at a time. Just realize, don't think getting with some woman or something like that is going to change it, or even changing where you living. And now I just did a video about being select in one region and then not in the other one. But even then, shit. All you need is that one or two. All you need is a couple women just to say, oh, he cute anyway. Or he fine anyway. And it's get crazy. Now, the only thing you can do as a man really is just keep focused. Figure out what your mission is and keep focused on it. You know, other dating coaches might say use the word purpose, but it's the same thing. That's the only way. Because you really ain't out of it. You just kind of on the wagon. That's it. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and many blessings.